montage of every single thing that has gone wrong getting Grandpa on the show, and that's just gonna be an episode.
And even like how long it took. Like that used to be the fun part. We're 12 minutes today. Like I think we've gotten to 17 minutes. We've gotten to 24. Like yeah,
We got to 47 one day. We just did like a quick high and by show.
Yeah, but usually I do the same thing every time. I don't understand what's going on. Somewhere on my computer, gotta be.
It's probably just the keyboard because you said you didn't when you typed you didn't see the slash. So I mean that happens. Keyboards get stuck. You never know.
So why aren't we doing emails anymore? Pops, you can't check any of your emails?
Yeah, check email.
Yeah, can you check any of your emails from your computer?
I guess so. I don't know.
So when was the last time you checked your email from your computer?
Oh, I don't know on the computer.
So originally, this all started. We made it simple, like Auntie said. We had emails. Grandpa just clicked it. We were good, and then for some reason he got logged out of his email, and we just never found out what the password was to the email. So then we made him another email, and that didn't work either. So we went to figuring out how to shorthand type this in over the phone. Like every time this happens, I always have this thing like, "Oh, Grandpa, let me just FaceTime you." And I was like, "This is how we're doing it." I mean, I could like WhatsApp him, but we got it. Grandpa's good.
We had email.
No. All right. Well, this is episode 191. We are 9 away from episode 200.
Hey.
Oh wow.
That's going to be. Let me see. Actually, what day would that be?
I was just thinking the same thing.
2, 3.
Yeah, we might have to come in town for that one.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9th will be the night. The 200th episode will be on October 18th.
Whoa, where did you get that from?
Because I'm going by weeks.
9 weeks.
I see October 4.
Oh, so I'm counting this as one. Like so, everything episode like next week's the 9th. So that's one.
What? Wait a minute. So what episode we're now? We're at 191.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I had my calendar on the wrong day.
How many Taylors does it take to figure out?
Wow, you're right.
I thought you said this was 200.
Yeah, October 4.
You know what? It's because the week when it slid up, I thought it covered the week previous I counted, and it didn't. You're right. So let's see. Grandpa's birthday is October
12th.
Okay.
So do we want to skip a week and make the 200th on his 94?
Oh wow, that's scary.
That might be the plan. We might have to.
I think that would be fun. I think that would be dope.
The 12th is a Thursday.
That's fine. We can move it on a Thursday. How's your schedule on a Thursday?
I mean, if we're going to celebrate like his grandpa's birthday, I might just take off that day.
Hey.
Look, I can too. I ain't got swimming that day. I got swimming on Wednesday. So yeah, I'm here for it.
And he graduate. He become 94.
So.
Oh, okay. 94. Yeah.
That's gonna be something, man. This is like a surreal accomplishment to have done all these episodes with Grandpa, and Grandpa still want to do them. Well, what do you guys got to drink today? Let's beer in and give the people what they want, as Uncle Pooh would say.
It's starting with me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I treat myself real good this week.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong, Auntie?
None of that pig feet and pigtail stuff. I'm a high on the hog.
But you got some platinum.
Okay.
That's a mic.
Center cut. I'm up there at the center cut.
Is it platinum or St. Pauli's girl?
This build up. He said he's high on the hog, not the pig's feet or nothing.
Oh my God!
I went back to the good stuff. 24 ounces.
Oh wow!
Wow. Pop.
It needs no introduction either, does it?
Pop.
Nope.
Yeah.
One of these days, you are going to show yourself some love.
I did.
These days.
I went all out. I looked at all the other stuff at the store and I said, no, I'm going to go and live the good life.
You looked at all that good.
Pops, why are you mad at yourself?
Hey, no, that's love.
We got to stop saying Grandpa's. We got to say stop saying Grandpa's mad at himself when he knows the secret to long life.
He does know longevity.
Like bad beer and pickled food.
That's what I said. This is the man who would drink the juice from the Vienna sausage can. I mean, we still have to have some discernment, though. We still got to have some discernment. PBR is not good.
Uncle Hank commented, "How many Taylors does it take to figure out a date?"
Yeah.
I had it right the first time. Man.
That was what I was thinking. Y'all was like, carry the 1, 6, 7.
And I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I got
Y'all
it right.
did it. Yay.
I got it right.
No.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. Who's gonna follow that?
So, Pops, what you rating it? What's your pre-sip rating?
For old time's sake, I'm gonna give it a 7.
Oh,
What?
Give it a long.
What?
I'm not gonna desert it. I'm going all out.
I got a feeling that's gonna end around a 5.
No, 24 ounces. That's a 7 more the weight.
That's a 7 based on 24 ounces. Huh?
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That's beer.
No, it's not. That's phony pee.
What was? Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
from what I hear, it makes really great chicken, but I don't think I ever want to drink it.
I've been apprehensive of trying to do beer can chicken because I feel like something on the can is going to get off into the chicken. Because don't you
you've done that before, right? Well, you
what the heck?
Beer on
Chick, what is blue can chicken?
Beer can
chicken. So what they'll do is they'll get a can of beer, they'll put it like in a roasting pan, and then they put a whole chicken on top of it. So they like put the can inside of the beer. I mean, a can inside of the chicken and have the chicken standing up. And so as it cooks, the steam from the beer is beer steam that cooks into the chicken. It's supposed to make it like super flavorful, super tender, and all of that good stuff. I've never done that part. Like I've used beer as batter and stuff like that, but I've never done a can.
Repeat that one more time so I'll remember it.
All right, so I'm trying to see if I wish I had a pan. So imagine a roasting pan.
Yeah.
You put the can in the middle of the roasting pan, then you get a whole chicken, just like you would a turkey. But you sit the chicken. Let me see if I can find a picture. You sit the chicken on top of the can. So the can is on the inside of the chicken. So as you bake it or roast it, the steam from the chicken, from the beer, seasons and tenderizes the chicken.
Oh.
I'm about to pull it up for you.
Grandpa's giving that look like you done gave him the Hodge conjecture.
He's like, what the heck is happening? So I'm going to put a picture for you, Pops.
Gave him a serious stock tip.
Very interesting.
Yeah, they say it's real good.
Yeah, people they do, and they specifically use PBR, right?
Yeah, that's what I say. That's what I hear is great for that. But
I should say they specifically use PBR.
So let me see.
And then Grandpa just said, so he gonna try to get his extra can of PBR, put it in a chicken, and we're gonna have to.
You know what? Since your Uncle Hank is watching, we should have have bro do it for Labor Day.
Hey, that's what I was thinking.
Put it on the grill.
If Uncle Hank knows how to do it, I'd have to see
this
like
the man who fried turkeys. He can figure out some beer can. Here you go, Pops. You see it?
Hey,
some just don't seem safe.
Now the can is inside the chicken.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You see it? That's the can right there. So the chicken is sitting on top of it.
Oh, down at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Oh. I like the chicken treating my beer wrong now.
I ain't want to be that disgusting, but yeah, that's basically what it is.
Said treating my beer wrong.
Cheers to that.
You gotta see what you got, Auntie?
Oh, I had no beer today, so I done made a cocktail.
Oh, like water.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. I mulled some blueberries. Shout out to your bougie wife. Put a little tequila in here with some sparkling water and some roses lime.
Roses lime.
Mm-hmm.
Is that? I don't even know what that is.
You know what the lime juice is. The roses lime is.
Oh, I thought you meant roses lime is like a lime that looks like a rose or something.
Oh, nephew, don't say that again to nobody. Don't do that. Okay, don't say that.
I'm not as cultured as Grandpa with his
That's facts.
Being around the world.
That's my baby.
Oh goodness.
Uncle Pooh, I see you got the mics hard. You still like you haven't got rid of the case yet.
Yeah, right. I had to break me out another one. I actually went back and got me, so I like it.
And I'm trying to be a better cameraman. So I this is my second time in a row with a glass. I've been on and off with it, but I got the other Griffin Claw. Last week I had the green can. This one I had the pink one, the Mr. Blue Sky American Wheat with raspberry, brewed with raspberry.
Nothing about that sounds good.
Well, you know, my wife made sure to have a green and a pink can in the refrigerator, so I had
Of course she did.
Had to try both.
Yeah.
Of course she did. Wheat and a blueberry wheat. Ugh. I probably would have drunk that back in the day and would have loved it.
Well, this is raspberry.
Oh, raspberry. Okay, sorry. Raspberry wheat. That reminds me of.
That ain't beer though.
Sam Adams used to have a cherry wheat back in the day. When I tell you I used to drink that stuff so much, oh my god!
I know about cherry wheat. I used to mix it with Guinness, and it'd be like chocolate cherry. It was good, Auntie.
I never liked chocolates and cherry together anyway, so I don't know if it would be for me. But I used to work at a Sam Adams, and so yeah. Yeah, when I was
so you mean to tell me Grandpa planned you on the inside of a multinational beer company just so he can get himself access to their formula?
Look, when I tell you, what is there a statute of limitation to any of this stuff? Because like I used to ride home on the train with a cup of cherry wheat almost every night after work. I love it.
I think that's a perk, right? That's a job perk.
I wasn't 21.
Well, I mean, it's been 10 years. You good? Nope. You ain't. You know, it's been 10 years. You good? I guess.
15.
It's been more than 10.
Look,
that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to throw off too much information. You know, we gotta have mystery for.
Hey, Freddie, I'll do us all. Come on, what you got there?
Oh, I got the Mike's Harder lemonade.
Oh, hey man, you kind of slipping, ain't you?
I am. I actually like it though.
Well, Pop's been on one the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
He's
sensed
what it is? Each time he's had on short sleeve shirts so his pores could breathe, and he gets spicy. All the other times he be over there hot, just trying to live like he's trying to survive. Now he can breathe and he's just having fun.
Well, don't you know, Auntie? Like it's been the highest July in recorded human history.
I believe.
So this is just getting to the right temperature for Grandpa outside.
Look, I sent out a text to my clients this morning, and I was like, "Hey, if the weather permits, go outside for a walk after lunch for about 15 minutes." One of my clients texted me back and said, "It's real, feel 103 degrees today." I was like, "Nope, stay in the house. Don't you do it."
This is good. I'm gonna copy Grandpa. I'm gonna give this a 7.
One of my friends in the hood here, he gave a new name to mobility, bar mobility. You know.
Your friend from where?
Huh?
Your friend from where?
From the hood here. Well, from the neighborhood. How about that?
I like it from the hood.
Who? I was sitting on the porch and he come by and he's carrying a bag, right? So he sits down, he was talking, he sits down, he reaches into the bag. He gets himself a red cup. And then he reaches back into the bag and get another little small bag with some ice in it.
Yeah.
And he put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes back into the bag he get some hard stuff and pour it into with ice. And I said, "Oh, that's the mobility." Talking about a bar.
Look.
A portable bar.
Look.
Everything, the cup, the ice.
That's all you need. That's all you need. And you get to make it however you want to. And it's cheaper. So I'm here for it.
I thought that was pretty innovative. But Blanche and all that's something old, you know. It was just new to me.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. So I would tell you that in some spots in East St. Louis, they do what's called the setup. So you buy what is it, a pint of liquor, and they ask you what you want your mixer to be. So they'll give you a cup of that mixer, give you a regular cup, and then give you a bowl of ice. So you have all your stuff to make it however you want to.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's innovation.
It is. And it's a lot cheaper. And whatever liquor I don't finish is still mine to take home. So I did that for like $10. I had like 3 drinks that night and then had some the next day. I'm here for it.
I dig that.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. So what's the topic today? What we talking about? What we talking about?
No, did we cover it last week? But yeah, I don't remember talking about it.
Wait.
So I'm just break some, huh?
Before you go, I got some breaking news I just discovered. This is what I've been over here looking at. Have y'all seen this? Henrietta Lack's family has settled with the company that stole her DNA or whatever.
Yeah.
Henrietta Lack's family settles lawsuit with biotech company that used her cells without consent.
How much?
Yeah, I did not hear about this. What's this about?
They're not going to say
how much did she get?
Yeah, man, that's what I've been trying to read. I've been trying to figure out how much, but I haven't read it yet. I can't.
They probably won't. If she's settled, they probably won't put it out there.
Not going to tell how much. It's probably for an undisclosed amount.
Well, they talked about because Ben Crump is the attorney behind it, and he settled the George Floyd joint for $27 million. Like they talk about that openly.
But you know what though? That's different. Like it depends on who the defendant is. Yeah. In order for them to settle, they may have to say you can't ever talk about it again. It has to be an undisclosed amount. So I think what you want, but you can't tell folks how much.
Wasn't George Floyd?
All these years they've been using her. And it seems like it should be worth something big, you know.
I mean, they've been making billions.
It should be.
She could get something out of that.
Well, if I'm correct, if I'm remembering this correctly, isn't this the lady who she died, but her cells were like quote unquote immortal?
Yeah.
This is her family getting the money, right?
Yeah.
And they still alive too now, right?
The HeLa cells.
No, she's dead.
No, I didn't say her. I'm talking about her cells.
Mm-hmm.
She died.
Yeah, she died in the 50s.
In the 50s, yeah.
And they stole her cells.
And I'm not saying they've been studying them, you know. And to me, that sounds like big money, you know.
Big money.
Big money.
It's gotta be big money.
Big money. Because I'm not selling with no pharmaceutical company for no $5 million. Nope. Not finna happen. Especially now when it's been going on for decades.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's giving up the number. This all happened yesterday, or at least they released it yesterday.
Well, I mean, like Auntie said, like with George Floyd, wasn't that like the police or something? The government?
Yeah, that was police.
When the government owes you money, because it has to be public record, so they have to disclose it. But if it's a private company,
yeah, that was probably terms of the agreement. Like,
all
right, we're gonna give you this, but don't say nothing.
Yep, and they can never talk about it.
Yeah, it's got to be big.
Big.
It's got to be hundreds of millions of dollars big.
That's the way I look at it. You know?
That's the only way I would say yes.
I'm trying. I'm digging, boy. I'm digging around this internet trying to figure it out.
You probably not gonna find nothing. If we ever hear about it, it'll probably be long after that family's gone and use either find the money
or somebody just straight speculating on the number.
I wonder how long they have to keep it sealed, because usually like it's like some type of time frame on it. Because like even with an NDA, the NDA lasts for a certain amount of years. You can't tell them that they can't ever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's for now. You can say 50 years or 75 years or whatever until your last living grandchild is gone. Like, but there still has to be some type of time frame on it, from what I understand.
If the settlement got a B anywhere in it, then it's gonna be multiple decades before anyone ever find out.
Because that's what I was thinking with a B.
I think
unless we in the high 9 figures. High. Like Snoop high.
It's like it minimum hundreds of millions. Minimum. That's like bargain basement 400 mil. It's got to be crazy.
Bargain basement is 400 million. I you know what? If they won the case with all the other stuff, like if it's got $1 billion, I'm like, I want to be tax assistant. I want the full $1 billion.
But
for real.
I'm like, whoo. For that, fam.
Hey, I hope somebody steal my sales upon my death and the family gets to sue later.
But it took them.
I mean, I'm already dead. They like they killed me.
But it took them like 70 years to get
70 years. Yes.
I haven't had a dental cleaning in 45 years. I haven't had a cavity. I don't have gum disease.
What?
Was
that you?
Yeah, I was looking on the YouTube trying to find something about
How you gonna reference the show? Watch the doing a live show?
No, I meant to put it on whatever you silence.
Mute.
On mute, yeah.
Grandma don't care about nothing, man.
No.
I couldn't find the mute button.
No. And it's you know what, the universe must be talking to me because this the second, third time dental stuff has come up. The lady talking about dental stuff, my friends are texting. I was like, I need a new dentist. So thank you, Pops. I'm going to go find me a dentist today.
I missed.
Make sure that they that's what I was gonna say we should talk about, because I don't think we talked about it last week.
What's that?
Make sure they human. You heard about the
okay. Yeah.
It's time to get back into Ancient Aliens again, y'all. The federal, you saw those Senate hearings. This dude came out and said aliens do in fact exist. We've had their technology and some of them living for decades in like the federal government custody.
Oh, I didn't watch the whole thing. He went all the way there, huh?
Government custody.
So it was one of the senators asked, or one of the speakers asked him directly. He was like, "So do you have any non-human beings in custody?" He's like, "Not only have I seen them, my colleagues have been attacked by them."
Oh yeah.
Like stuff. This is stuff that you like hear, and it's like it's either complete fabrication and the government's playing in our face, or it's absolutely real and it's a problem.
Yeah.
But they've been talking about Area 51 for the longest.
But they were talking about these aliens. They aren't friendly. You heard that part?
Yeah, he said some of them weren't.
But with all that technology they got, man, when they can stop on a dime and go in another direction, I don't want too many enemies like that.
Well, he said during the conference or whatever you call it, that several of them are in the government already. He was like, in certain aspects.
What you mean they're in the government?
What you mean in the government?
Right, like what do you mean they're in the government?
He said, "I'm not going to say it broadcasted. I will tell you when we're not being recorded on camera. But I have names of who is in certain positions in the government who are not of this world."
He did not say that.
You are kidding me.
Look it up. Look at the whole thing. Look at the whole thing.
No way.
Bro, come on now.
This would have been everywhere.
That's one of them YouTube things.
It was everywhere. This was on the news. This was like on everything for like the past week.
Okay, so aliens in the government. That's what I'm about to look
I ain't never heard that one before.
Nephew, cut it out.
Cut it out. That's a disbelief. Not that they exist, but they in the government.
So I know that they exist. I don't doubt that. You know, aliens are just people, like, for us to think we are the only living beings in this whole doggone whatever you want to call it, then that's doggone, that's too much. Like, that's doing the most. There are other living beings and other species somewhere. I don't doubt that by any means. But the fact that these living beings are now being replicated to look like us and live like us and are in
Why you gonna do that,
government positions.
You see his name?
Right.
You could say, you say in government, but you didn't say it looked like us, did you?
They gotta be. If they in government, that means that we voted for them.
Be in government, you know, playing a low profile, you know.
This man said that we done been interacting with them
government
for decades, and we got their technology, and some of them are still walking.
Somebody in government, but now if you say the Parliament now, the House or the Senate, that'd be something different.
Not the funk Parliament, Grandpa. We're talking about the real government. This man said it. Okay, I watched that thing and I'm just like, this can't be real. Like, he's got to be dead. This dude, they got to kill him. Like, there's no way this dude is telling this stuff and it's real.
Yeah.
I saw something that said 20 years ago, conspiracy theorists tell you that there's aliens. Today, conspiracy theorists tell you there's no aliens. Like, now they're against it. I don't know. I think there are aliens. It's got to be, right? It's got to be. It's no more improbable than us being here than something else being out there, right? I just wonder what's taking so long for the contact. Well, I guess maybe they've always been in contact, right? But like, why only certain people, right? Like, why they only land in Area 51? Why ain't he landed in Detroit, come downtown, sailing down the river, you know what I mean, to pull up on the homies? Like, what's cracking?
Well, think about it, man. Say this. Say you go in your backyard and you just happen to see an ant climbing on a tree. That ant sees you. You might be the only human it's ever seen its entire life because they have a short lifespan. Like, you might just happen to be out there that day and the timing just been perfect. You know, we don't know. But also, if they have the ability to have interstellar travel, they're probably so advanced that anything that's not worth their time, they're not talking to. Like, do you stop every time you drive past a dog on the side of the road?
But okay, I feel you on that. Particularly the last 5-10 years, last 5 years, let's say, everything is recorded. Everything. This camera's going all day, all times, everywhere around the globe. And like, the only place they land is Area 51, and they talk to the government. Like, you ain't never seen nothing over the skies of Chicago. Maybe they don't stop and talk, but you don't get nothing. Like, I just,
Well, I think it's like Independence Day where they got this big ship that everyone can see. I think it's like their technology is so advanced, they could probably be one sitting in your room and you would not be able to tell it's there.
Oh, now you talking to Dad now. He'll tell you about that. The fourth dimension?
So I'll tell you, from what I'm reading, I'm not finding that part, but they're saying that, like, the top things he says, that the government is absolutely in possession of these non-human genetics or whatever. But they ain't said nothing about nobody being replicated and living.
I ain't
talking about the reptile people that blink sideways.
I'm saying, if you watch the whole thing, he brought up how they have some type of thing going on with the government, that they entwined with it, or whatever you're supposed to say it.
Yeah, he said that the government absolutely knows and they have them. But that's not saying that there's folks walking around amongst us and they're non-humans.
Hey, we just saw one freeze up on national TV last week.
Look, he's not non-human. He just old and
he got discovered. He said he can get off the scene.
They hit the off switch on him.
Like, that's scary. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this video because now I'm curious.
I woke up and then I saw the stuff about it. I'm like, this can't be. I thought it was a joke. I thought someone was doing a skit, and then I'm just like, oh, this is on real reputable news stations. This is wild.
But I just say to this day, I don't understand why people are so surprised that there are other living forms. Think about it. We're here on this rock, and we've gone to other rocks. Why wouldn't other people living on rocks come to our rock?
Because we could be the ghetto rock. No one wants to come to
We
the ghetto
are
rock.
Ghetto rock.
We could be the ghetto rock. No one wants to go to the country bumpkin rock. They want to go to the nice rock.
They could have gotten lost. Maybe they were coming. They were looking for whatever they use for their ships. Excuse me. They said we're just gonna land over here and see what this is. What's that weird color thing? Because if you look in our solar system, we're the only planet that got a whole bunch of different colors. Everything else is one color solid. But here we go, got all this different stuff on it, right? Because we're the special one. They could have been like, oh, we ain't been to that rock yet. Let me go and see what that's about.
Our rock could be like Darth Maul Square back in the 90s. You know, like
Dartmouth? Really?
You mean Dartmouth?
That's like a neighborhood here. It's a neighborhood in the east.
Or it could be this could have been the Saigon of like the early 2000s, late 90s. We don't know.
So this
we don't know how they perceive us. And just like how Saigon has only one way in and one way out, and everything's gated up so people can't get in and out, Earth could be just like that. Because think about it.
Too, though, if they falling on our route, why they keep falling in the States?
They fall in other places. We just don't know about it.
Who else talking about it?
So I remember specifically.
Let me look that up and see what other countries got non-human species.
So if you look up over there in India and like all their Hindu belief system, right? They have stories dating back thousands of years talking about how there was their gods were in like saucer spacecraft and chariots and going throughout the sky and like those. So some of their scientists have corroborated that certain places in their myths that they talked about battles are highly irradiated, like unnaturally irradiated. So it's like, and that's over there. They're talking in Russia. There's places where they talked about how there's certain areas that were used to be a civilization, and they found these mounds that are highly irradiated too, but only the mounds themselves, not the things around it, like they're being contained or something. Like there's a bunch of stuff around the world where people have accountings of things that are extraterrestrial, that have visited them in great detail, and like even like real place examples of where this stuff happened, that when they scan it is normally either highly irradiated or they find that there's a big structure that's really deep down underneath that spot.
Okay. I actually just looked up on YouTube for UFO sightings around the world. And they showing some right now. They said in Russia in 2019 there was a big one. So we gonna see. But like I said, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not one of those people like they don't exist. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. But I also believe in what we consider to be ghosts and spirits. You know, I'm just not of the belief that we the only things inhabiting this rock. I just don't.
I just hope whatever it is, I hope that some of them are at least nice and helpful. Like, you know, like
the humans ain't nice and helpful.
Because I don't like it. Like best case, best case we become pets. Worst case, we food, and I don't want to do it either.
If I turn into food, I ain't gonna know about it. Enjoy. Ta-da!
These might be vindictive aliens. They might try to slow cook you. You don't know. See, Auntie's too tough. She didn't see any aliens. She knows what it is. She was working for the government. That's why she calm right now.
Not your business before you come up missing.
See?
Well, they're gonna slow cook us. Hopefully, not use some spices, nice spices.
You know what that is? You know what that is funny? Because the moment I brought it up, Auntie went on defensive. She was like, "That man didn't say they were in the government. He only said that we had the technology." See, you got to read between the lines.
Oh my gosh,
Grandpa.
Possible.
Grandpa.
Right.
Yeah.
When did you start hearing about aliens in your time? Because I know, I know this. What was it? The first recorded one was when they made that hoax on the radio, like back in the 50s or something.
You know, back in the I think it was the 70s. I used to be a ardent fan of Art Bell. You know, that was back in the days of the Area 51 stuff. That's what been 50 years ago, ain't it?
More than that.
Art Bell.
Yeah, you know, they're talking about Area 51.
Oh yeah, that's been a long time.
And,
He's one of the radio talk show hosts there. You listen or listens to.
yeah, and this guy from Inkster, not Inkster, from Dearborn, he took over his show, and I can't remember his name, but he carried it for 10 or 15 years. But anyway, Area 51, he had a program where a guy challenged to going to fly over Area 51, and he was a step-by-step account of him going over there. And all of a sudden, they lost communications. So I hear, and they never heard from him again. You know, I don't know what truth is in that, but hey, maybe he ran into one of them aliens.
You know, it's just I don't know. My thing is with the whole alien and the accusation of the government covering stuff up. Like to me, it's like what would be the purpose and the reason of covering up if there are aliens? So do you think it's to avoid mass hysteria, like people getting scared?
I think it's to avoid people getting into arguments, honestly, because it's like I don't think it's the scare part. I think if people who let's just break it down different levels.
Mm-hmm.
People's whole belief systems that they probably didn't read the whole book about didn't describe none of this stuff unless you read the whole thing. So they're like, oh no, this I can't believe in anything anymore because now this is different than what I was taught. And then there's the people who are like, well, shoot, man, if they're exposing themselves, the world must be about to be ending anyway, so we might as well do what we want. Those are the people that are probably like I'm actually kind of worried about. Because when people feel like they're gonna live for or they think something's about to end, they just kind of do whatever. But I think for the most part, people are gonna react like they've been reacting in the past 2 weeks. This was on this was on world news. Like everyone heard that the United States government dude is saying that aliens are real, and that no government entities, to my knowledge yet, has refuted anything he said. And no one's no one seemingly cared at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like people have just been chill. Like I've seen memes about it where people are talking about gas is too high. Why do you need to care about aliens? Like stuff like that. They've just worried about surviving. So like aliens just another thing to them.
That's what I'm saying. Unless I need to get some new special equipment and security system to block up my house to protect my family from the aliens and all that stuff. Like
the only thing, well, not the only thing, but one of the things that make me believe that there were aliens, presidents like Jimmy Carter, Obama, they say, well, when I get in office, I'm gonna if there's anything there, I'm gonna expose it, you know. Then they get in office, and there's silence. So I'm thinking in terms of, hey, maybe there must be something and they afraid to say it themselves. Maybe they seen the alien. You go, this is not for me. Let me get out of this. I remember Jimmy Carter distinctly said, just assume if he because he was a physicist, a nuclear physicist, right?
Okay. Jimmy Carter was?
Yeah, you know, he was in the Navy. He retired from the Navy, or he
was in the Navy. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Oh man, he had a big background in nuclear stuff.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and then he said, "Well, I'm gonna tell the whole story when I get in," and then you heard nothing about it. Check that out about him being a nuclear physicist.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Oh, okay.
Nuclear physicist, but some 6-armed being pulled to the side. I was like, we don't do that here.
We do not do that here.
Okay. They say he helped to save a nuclear reactor.
Mm-hmm. He was the submarine, wasn't he?
They said that he graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy in 1946 with distinction. Oh, that font is tiny. Wrote to lieutenant. No, they said that. Let's see. He served temporary duty to assist in the design and development of nuclear propulsion plants for naval vessels.
For naval vessels, yeah.
Huh.
So whatever he was aware of, it was a closed mouth. That's her show. Because he ain't said no more about that.
Wow. Never know. I'll tell you, it's always something. There's so much that we don't know.
Oh.
Right? That's the exciting thing about this thing called life. It's always something else out there to learn, something else out there to shock you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, wow. Especially when you get to learning about people. It's always good to learn what other folks did. So with that being said, interview Pops time. Pops. Something that most people don't know about you.
Say that again, most people.
What's something that most people don't know about you?
Oh, they know I'm stupid.
No.
Sir, you are the absolute opposite of it. I told you my phone.
They know that.
Nah.
What they don't know is how stupid I am. You know?
No, cut it out.
Yeah.
Like, what's something that you've done that most people don't even know about your history?
That's a good question.
Somebody asked me that. I got asked that question, and I was like, I don't know. I'm such an open book.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm an open book.
Like, I don't know.
They know it all, you know. And they know I'm steady, constantly trying to figure out something. Right, Freddie?
What you hang? What's that hanging on there?
Oh, that's just something hanging on the wall.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, he got his arm.
Yeah.
I got mine. So there we go.
Yeah, they got me heading all different directions.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a whole documentary coming out. We should be any week now.
Oh yeah. We have.
Oh, I had something. Oh, Dad, I got something for you. We got an email today to the company. Somebody saying, "Hey, we might be related. I think we're related. So the woman's name is Beverly Sullivan. Do you know Beverly Sullivan?
Nope.
She said, I was Beverly Prime from Detroit. Your dad, cousin Julian Taylor, was my former mother-in-law's first cousin. That mean anything to you?
That's a whole bunch of what?
It's a shift.
Right. You said, I'm like, wait, I gotta write this down. She said her name
former mother-in-law. That means if y'all not married, that's not your
family. So Beverly was. How does she say she thinks the connection is?
So Beverly Sullivan, she was Beverly Prime from Detroit. Said cousin Julian Taylor was my former mother-in-law's first cousin. Now that I'm reading it, I think she think you're Julian Taylor. Because she said your dad, cousin Julian Taylor, was my former mother-in-law's first cousin, but you're not Julian Taylor.
Do you know a Julian Taylor? Because maybe
you know a Julian.
Maybe you got the possessive and meant to say your dad's cousin Julian. Do you have a cousin named Julian?
No, Hank. One of Hank's sons was named Julian.
That would be too young.
That sums it up.
Oh.
Because she said
You know what?
37.
I
In the
think I
Taylor
remember.
family, I had forgot. I had a first cousin got killed in Vietnam, and he had some children. And I've been wondering, because I don't know. That was back. He got killed in '65.
So do you know the primes? Because she's saying, I was married to your cousin Freddie Prime, Maggie Prime Jackson. Maggie Jackson Prime was his mom. His brother Bobby and sister Rose have passed away.
Ooh, this sounds like a stretch.
Bobby.
Then she said, "Do you remember meeting Freddie and me at Palmer Park with our 3 kids to take pictures of us? You were busy getting your entrepreneurial career off the ground." So she thinks she's met me.
Oh,
I think she's confused because the Freddie she's talking about is Freddie Prime. She knows a Julian Taylor and a Freddie Prime.
Yeah.
So
Then she literally just said, "Do you remember meeting me at Palmer Park with our 3 kids to take pictures?" No, I don't remember nothing like that. My eldest daughter is vice president of college on the East Coast. My son, Fred L. Prime, the third, is still in Michigan. My youngest daughter has been a foreign language teacher in Massachusetts for 30 years, and I have 2 adult grandsons who both have graduated from the University of Michigan and off to the races with their new careers.
We don't know no Taylors. We don't know no Taylors with U of M. So.
Ooh. I was waiting on something to be said. Yeah, this sounds like that lady called our house looking for her son's father. Okay. Man, you got the wrong number. Good luck in your search.
Yeah. His name is Beverly Sullivan.
all I can say is,
I'm like, don't bring no evil to my house with that.
I ain't listening to none of that.
all I can say is I really treat myself well, man.
Not with that beer. You don't like yourself.
And it's warm now. You know it's terrible.
Here you go, sit back talking trash.
It's still cold. It's still drinkable.
It was never drinkable.
You know, it'll taste better if you poured it down the sink.
All right, y'all. Let's do our final thoughts. I gotta get back to this meeting. It's about to start.
Who's going at the end of the sink? Who's going to drink it?
The plumbing system.
The plumbing,
yeah.
The toilet.
My goodness. All right.
What's your final thought, Auntie?
Final thoughts. Y'all, there are doggone other living forms in this universe, in this stratosphere, this galaxy, all of this stuff. We are not the only blessed ones to live on a rock. Cut it out. Share. Hell, get to know some people and some other living species. They might become your friends. We can teach each other our languages and dances. I wonder how they dance over there. Hey, what y'all doing? So that's why I'm going with it.
I'm gonna say that ain't in the Bible, so that can't be true. My final thoughts are why I need to get to the bottom of this Henrietta Lacks settlement. That's pretty interesting to me. I'm curious to see what transpired after 70 years of stealing somebody's sales and making billions of dollars out of it. That's pretty interesting. Maybe they sold them to the aliens, and that's why they're back.
I was just about to say they created the aliens out of her species and
they made the aliens.
And think about that, but that's an unending story because her cells are still alive, So who knows?
What do you got, Grandpa? What's your final thought?
My final thought is Freddie should rush up on that alien thing, the Henrietta Lacks stuff,
Yeah.
My final.
I'm interested in what kind of money they gave her.
Yeah, me too.
My final thought is I find it very interesting that someone said they might be our relative after we didn't found out the aliens are in the government and Auntie's trying to protect her from it. There's a lot of coincidences happening at the same time.
Oh my
A
gosh.
lot of coincidences at the same
It
time.
all stinks.
It all's connected. So
Cut it
remember that. That's my
out.
final thought. If y'all don't see us next week, you know what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, that was